video, I'm going to give you an introduction to the map control, which we recently added, and I'll just show you how you can use it and implement it. It's pretty straightforward. I'll just select one of the existing apps, which contains some address data like suppliers. It's a two-panel application at the moment, so let's have a look. As you can see, we have the grid here on the left and then on the right side the panel. And we'll just change this layout. I'll change it to this layout structure, which has 3 containers, 3 panels. So I'll just drop the map here, give it a full height, and if I save and execute, as you can see, this is the result. You can zoom out, but it won't follow my address at this moment because I haven't done the appropriate steps to link them. So the next step is to basically give this map some data. Will do that by linking that to the form, because I have a form here on this here. This is my form, and I'm getting some data from this form into this map. So I'll just use one of the fields which I added, which I call map data. And if I link them together like this and save, as you can see, it will create me the correct pin with the correct address. So let's have a look what type of data this field contains. So I'll go to the form and I'll open my record get, and I see that I have here a CLOP field called map data. We use a CLOP field because the JSON structure which contains the map data might become long if you, for example, fill it with, let's say, 1000 pins. So this is the logic how we can populate this field, which means I just need to find an address. In this case, I'll execute an internal procedure called create pin data, and here I'll simply populate that with the which is actually a longhar. It's going to create, it's a little function which we have, it's going to create from a table a JSON array. So it's going to do that based on the ttpins table. Ttpins is a include. It contains latitude, longitude, street, city, country, postal code, the tooltip which you want to see if you want to hide it or not, and you can even specify the pin color in this temp table. So now let's see what's in this one. We'll scroll all the way down. So here I'm setting the pin color depending if it's a Belgian customer or not. And if I have already a geolocation coordinates in my database, then I'll just use that. Otherwise, I can still pass the address and then it will get the coordinates on the fly using some online API. And here I'll simply mention that I want to see the tooltip. And I can also specify what exactly I want in the tooltip, and I can style that with some HTML tags. So as you can see, we're going to show that again. This is actually the tooltip text. And if it's a Belgian supplier in this case, or if it's a Spanish one, then it's blue. If it's Belgian, it's red. So the pin color works. Other things which we have on the map is actually these two hover buttons. The right one is the or the full screen one, which we also know from the HTML editor and the PDF viewer. It's the same principle. And the other one is actually the route. it will calculate your route and we'll just use uh, Google for that, Google Maps, and it'll execute or it'll show you the map or the route. Now, let's say I want to have a map with many pins. So then I'll just go to this application. This is another example of the map. It's again the same process. I'll link it to the form. I could also link it directly to a data grid field. That's also possible. But in this example, I just use the form. And in the form, I have again my record get. And I have again the same pins, basically the temp table. And here I'll simply loop through 1000 addresses randomly. And I'm saying, please only show the ones who have a geolocation. Otherwise, it might take a while to populate the chart with 1000 pins. So if I execute this example, as you can see, it's instantaneous, and I can still zoom in to whichever one I want and just click on that. So that's about it for the map. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.